Welcome to the Bounty Zero X podcast. I'm your host, Angelo Adam, founder and CEO of Bounty Zero X. Bounty Zero X is a decentralized bounty hunting network powered by the BNTY token. Today is October 10th, 2018, and my guest on the show is Pauline Shangut. Pauline is the marketing manager and PR director for ChangeNow. ChangeNow is a non-custodial service created for cryptocurrency exchange. It has over 150 coins available for exchange and it doesn't hold any limits and supports fiat exchange as well with Visa or MasterCard. Pauline, welcome to the podcast. Thanks for joining us.
Oh, yeah. Thank you for inviting me. I'm really glad to be here. Thanks for having me.
So ChangeNow is a online exchange. Tell me a little bit about when you joined the exchange and the history and how it got started.
Well, to be fair, I have worked for ChangeNow for only a little bit. I joined the company in July of this year. And even though the exchanger has been on the market for more than a year, we have recently celebrated our first birthday since October 4th was our cake day, so to say, which is when the first version of our exchanger has been launched. But even though, within these 3 months I have been with the company, I have seen incredible growth. Our audience expanded a lot and we've nailed some really successful partnerships. And to be fair, I am really proud of what the company has accomplished within a relatively short span of time. And when I joined the company, I believe we supported only 100 and something cryptos. And within a pretty short span of time, we have expanded our range of supported coins. Our marketing material says that we support 150 plus coins, but at the moment we have something around 170. If I remember correctly, the current number is 168 coins. And in the current market, I could say we occupy a very comfortable niche since we don't require any kind of account creation, as in ChangeNow's clients are able to just come on the website, choose the currency they would like to exchange, enter the deposit amount, hit exchange, and they're almost done. The exchange sequence is triggered. They enter the recipient wallet address, send their funds to a wallet address generated specifically for them, and that's about it. From then on, they only have to wait for their exchanged crypto to arrive to their wallet, which makes us a very convenient and simple tool for an average crypto user to just come, swap their crypto and go. And as a company, we take great pride in that fact.
Yeah, that's really fantastic. So what exchanges are you linked with? So when you support a token on your exchange or on your website, what exchanges does that token need to be traded on in order for you to support it?
Well, our main partners at the moment are Bittrex and Binance. So we generally ask the teams of the tokens which want to get listed with us. We ask them to be traded on either of those. But at the moment, we have pretty solid partnership lined up with another big exchange. I'm not allowed to disclose its name right now because it's like a corporate secret. And we also want to integrate with a big and decentralized exchange so we can expand our range of supported tokens like IDEX, for example. And we are always looking for possible partnerships with exchanges. So if any of the listeners represent an exchange, they should hit us up and maybe discuss the integration process. We're always ready. So, yeah.
Mm-hmm. So when a user comes to your website and wants to exchange from one cryptocurrency to another cryptocurrency, they enter in their Ethereum address and then they are directed to confirm the transaction. Do they have the ability to select which exchange they use for that transaction, or is that automatically done?
That's done automatically. Since we try to pick the best exchange rate at the moment the coin is traded. So we are sort of able to switch between the partner exchanges we support so that our user gets the best possible rate at the moment.
Okay. So Tell me a little bit about some of the new features that you guys have been developing for the past few months that you're excited about and that you recently released, and then also some of the upcoming features. I mean, you mentioned that you're working on another exchange partnership, and you guys have launched an Android app where users can use the service directly on their phone through their application. So, and then you have Visa, MasterCard, fiat purchases, so users can just purchase crypto directly with their credit cards. So tell me a little about those and some of the other features you guys are excited about.
Oh, yeah, with great pleasure. Well, our main feature that I would like to tell you about and I'm really excited about is our own utility tokens, which have been launched fairly recently. And we have a lot of really nice features for the token holders lined up, which we're planning on introducing fairly soon, maybe up until the end of the year. Among those features, I could name improved exchange rates, XRA support, maybe some benefits with regards to coin and token listing, and maybe also some benefits with regards to the affiliate program. And as for other features, for example, our app, it has, as you already said, it has been developed for Android, and it aims to provide the full functionality of our web service for our clients who wish to work with crypto from their phones, so on the go. Our main aim is to make crypto swaps as simple and portable so that every crypto user can just swap their cryptocurrencies without any hassle. It has a simple, user-friendly interface, much like our website, which you might already seen. And we offer the same selection of crypto available for swapping. And our main feature of the app, which makes it, I believe, stand out like on the market, is the airdrop feature, which lets our users claim those tokens every day with just a button press. So they come to the app, there is a special tab which is marked by a little gift box. They open that tab, they just provide their Ethereum wallet address and an email address, and they're able to claim, I believe right now it's 5 tokens every 24 hours. And it even sends you like a little push notification, which allows them to remember when their tokens are available for claiming. And you can also contact our support team right from within the app so that you can get your problem solved really fast. Because when a user opens a ticket on the app, it goes straight to our support Slack, and our support team recognizes that ticket and they're able to answer right away. And this leads me to the fact that I would also like to let your listeners know about that. Our support team is, I don't know, I think it's one of the best on the market because they're available 24/7 and the average response time for a ticket is probably less than an hour. And with regards to partnerships, right now we're partnered with such wallets as, for example, Exodus and Guardia and Classic Ether Wallet. And we have been recently integrated by such wallets as Trezor, which is available. So our exchange is available there right from within their interface. And we also work with CoinSwitch, and we're always on the lookout for like crypto exchange aggregators, which would be able to list us. And we also have a couple of big wallets that we are soon to be integrated with. And I think that's going to be exciting for crypto users since those wallets are like fairly big on the market. And I believe you will hear news about that by the end of November. We just got some updates from one of our big partners, and they've said that they're going to integrate our API within a month probably. Yes. We have also like one of our big features that is pretty interesting is a fixed rate stepper, which is available for our partners as an API, and it allows wallets to let their clients to perform a swap at a fixed rate, which is, I believe, I don't think any exchangers on the market right now have that feature implemented.
So when you say it lets your clients perform a swap at a fixed rate, so that means that, let's say a user wants to exchange a trading pair, like a major trading pair, let's say a Bitcoin and Ethereum, and they want to set the rate. So does that mean that you can, as a user, select a specific rate that you want to do a swap for?
Well, it doesn't work like that, I wouldn't say, but when a crypto user comes to say Exodus and wants to perform a swap for a specific, for a specific crypto pair, like a trading pair, when they come into the app, they see a specific rate for a selected pair. And when they have finished the exchange, like the rate they see in the beginning of the exchange, it will the same amount is supposed to come to their wallet. That crypto is a very volatile thing, so the rate fluctuations can be very rapid and pretty crazy. So the user can be they can be safe knowing that the amount of crypto which they see on the screen will come to their wallet 100%. And there is no danger that, for example, at the moment of trading, the rate has fluctuated and they receive less. So that's what fixed rate swaps are all about.
Oh, okay. So let's say it's very volatile and the price is changing rapidly, and a user wants to lock in a certain price. They can come in and they can do the exchange at that fixed price quickly, even if the price changes. So it's locked in for a period of time.
Yeah.
And how are you guys able to do that? Do you have, because what if the price changes and you've quoted them that price, but then after that, the price changes. So on the back end, do you guys purchase, or what are the challenges involved with being able to support that?
Well, you see, when for the fixed rate sequence, so to say, we have certain amounts of crypto as a liquidity fund, which lets us perform fixed rate exchanges while not sort of interacting with the exchange. So we perform exchanges out of our own funds. And you might want to ask about the limits, but our interface works really quick. So, for example, if a user wants to swap a certain amount of crypto at a fixed rate, they can be sure that they will receive a certain amount of crypto, because we will be able to provide that through working with our partner exchanges. Basically, the fixed rate exchanges work out of our liquidity funds.
And so what are the limits? Because you mentioned on the website that there is many other competitors in the space, like Shapeshift or ChangeNow, which isn't really a competitor, but it's a little different. How do you manage, and do you have limits on an amount that can be exchanged over a period of time or one transaction?
Well, as I've already mentioned, we work with several exchanges, and our main partners are Binance and Bittrex, and we have corporate accounts sort of on those exchanges, and that way we are able to sort of leverage huge amounts of crypto. So virtually for our users, there are literally no limits. So they can come in, exchange any amount of crypto they want, and then be on their merry way. Having several corporate accounts and several exchanges lets us operate with really huge amounts of crypto without our users having to really worry about limits. So for our users, the exchange really is limitless.
And are your users required, you mentioned there's no registration, so is it completely anonymous, or as far as on your end, knowing the identity of the users, or what type of registration or requirements from the user's end are there?
Well, our average user, they won't literally have to leave their imprint on, they don't really have to leave their imprint in the system at all. So as I already mentioned, they just leave their wallet address, which they would receive the crypto in, and that's about it. That's all the user data we literally need for an exchange. But it is sort of not really correct to say that we're anonymous. I mean, we used to be anonymous up until April, after which our policy changed and we had to implement a bit of KYC. And that in the current climate, in the crypto environment, the KYC question is super relevant. And the crypto world is always changing, and we have a legal team who are working tirelessly on updating various legal documentation. And right now we have a selective KYC system, which works through a risk management algorithm, which sort of picks certain transactions for KYC based on a set of certain criteria. And since we follow all the laws and regulations pertaining to AML and KYC, that's sort of inevitable. But for a regular client, for an average client, we don't require any sort of account creation. And as I already said, we don't store our clients' personal data. And when it comes to KYC, we try to let our clients know that they might be KYC'd at a certain point if their transaction matches a set of those criteria. And we let our clients know that as clearly as possible in order to avoid any possible misunderstandings.
So let's shift over and change topics. You have the Visa and MasterCard credit support. So tell me a little bit about that feature and how that works and how users can use that.
Essentially, it works the same as our regular exchange sequence, as in the user comes in. For example, they want to swap, they want to buy Bitcoins with a credit card. Or USD, for example, right? For dollars. And they come in, they select USD as the deposit, and they select BTC as the payout currency, and they press the exchange button, but instead of the regular stepper, they are redirected to a third-party service. Right now, we're working with a service called Endocoin. So they sort of handle all fiat transactions for us at the moment. And from then on, they proceed through Endocoin's stepper for purchasing crypto with a credit card. So they need a European or American or any other credit card to enter their data. It has to be secure, that's for sure. And they have to pass a bit of a customer verification procedure in which I believe they have to show their documents and paper which says Endocoin. But right now, we are working with several more fiat partners which are going to handle fiat to crypto transactions for us, which would provide our clients with some choice and with some room to select the best rate for them. So they will be able to decide which conditions and which algorithm is more profitable and safe, secure, and convenient for them. So all in all, the process is fairly simple, and we have quite a lot of fiat to crypto transactions coming through us.
Mm-hmm. And you have a referral program and a solution where companies who have websites or news websites or any other websites, they can add a sort of a widget onto their website, and then they can use your Change Now service on their own website to exchange for users who visit their website and want to exchange. Is that correct?
Oh, there is much more than that. We do have widgets and buttons available. So like a regular, also referral links. So like a regular user is able to, for example, they could integrate a widget or button on their blog or website. And when people come through their widget button, the user who has integrated the feature, they make a little bit of profit through the affiliate program. We also have a really neat API for partners, which allows them to sort of customize the income they make through our API by introducing their own fee. So that's kind of really convenient. We recently launched a new partners landing page where, for example, a representative of a wallet or any other company can choose their own conditions on which they will be able to work with us, which I believe is sort of really convenient. Like this feature is fresh, like it's brand new. We've integrated it only like a week ago. And right now we're planning on spreading the word about it so that as many services and wallets can get in touch with us and test the feature out. because I don't know, I believe it's really neat.
Yeah, we'll include a link below on the show notes so that our listeners can take a look at the partner section and a link to your homepage, and then also the partner section where they can essentially embed the widget, select what markup they want on the exchange, and then they embed that, and then they earn that much for each exchange that's listed.
We have a standard flow and a fixed rate flow available in the API, so we can really get that tailor-made solution for anyone who wants to connect their business with the crypto world. So we aim for simplicity and accessibility and convenience for everyone.
Okay, great. So tell me a little bit about the Change Now team and some of the support requests you guys get, and what are frequently some of the user feedback that you receive, and a little bit about the background of the team members and yourself and the founders, and that's all.
Oh, yeah. Sure. We have a few private investors, and to be fair, I think we should protect the right to be private in this situation. As for the other team members, we have a development team working full-time. Our team is sort of really distributed, so a lot of developers and other team members are located in various places around the world. The same as, for instance, our legal department, a couple people working in business development, a marketing team, which I'm a member of, and an app development team, which is working on our Android app. And we also have several people working for support, which I think is really great because right now our support team consists of only like less than 10 people, and they're able to cover like the entire 24/7 cycle, they work literally every day. So they're available all the time. And as for me, as already said, I am a marketing manager, and I do a little bit of PR, and I also do a lot of content creation. For example, if you check out our videos on our YouTube channel, you will hear my voice because I do all the voiceovers and all the screencasts for the company. So a lot of work is done by not a really big amount of people. And the amazing thing is that a lot of our team members are scattered in various places, and we are able to coordinate and work as a one whole thing, like one whole team. We're really close to it. Our entire team is really close to each other, so we're all friends.
That's great. So you're currently offering the in advance of the airdrop for the Now token, which is going to be ongoing. You're going to be having bounties and airdrops, which users who want to participate in that, they can go to changenow.io/bounty. You guys currently have the airdrop, the media blog campaign, and the YouTube bounties up for users to participate in. And so they'll be giving away quite a bit of tokens for users to participate in that.
Yeah, I think our bounty program is like really cool, since both the bounty and the airdrop, since like the rules are fairly easy and it's super easy to get in, and the rewards, like the tokens we're giving out, they're going to be super available in the near future, because we have some pretty sweet, as already mentioned, we have some pretty sweet benefits lined up for that. And right now it's super easy to get a hold of the tokens. For example, our mobile airdrop campaign, you just download the app, you do a few simple steps like following our Twitter account and our Facebook page and a few other things like joining our Telegram chat, and you get 100 tokens just for that. And it's like, for the moment, the private sale of one now is 20 cents, I believe. And that's like a $20 value for something you can do literally in minutes, which I believe is like really cool.
Yeah, absolutely. And we'll also post the bounties up on our website, bountyzerox.io, as an external bounty. So that we'll just post a link to it. I see that you guys registered an account on Bounty Zero X like 3 months ago.
Yeah,
they never went live.
A bounty. We actually really appreciate your website. I just wanted to I really wanted to say that. So I was really excited when you contacted us about the bounty. And I believe our account never really got, the bounties never really went live because I believe I did something wrong with registering, or maybe, I don't know, there must have been a misunderstanding, but I would really like to list our mobile airdrop and several more of our bounty campaigns in Bounty Zero X, because I believe it's a very convenient and smart platform so that bounty hunters can get in touch with their favorite projects and participate, like be part of the process essentially. And I believe that's really cool. So we will absolutely try again, because I believe maybe this time we'll succeed.
Yeah, absolutely. We'd be happy to have the bounties posted on the website, and after the call, we'll discuss and talk about how we can facilitate that. So, all right, great. So we've covered everything. It was a pleasure speaking with you, Pauline.
Thank you for having me.
Yeah, it was nice having you, and we're excited to have you on again in the future. If you have some new announcements or news that you'd like to share with our community and our listeners. So where can users go to learn more about Change Now?
You could, we are pretty active on social media, so you could visit our Twitter page, our Reddit page, or our Facebook page, and you will be able to find all the freshest info about updates, because we try to pass them around to people as soon as they come. For example, our mobile app gets updated and we post about that. We have a new article, we post about that. And I believe that social media, like as an SMM manager, I believe that social media is like a really cool tool and means of getting in touch with the community and getting rapid fast feedback from our community members. Because it's been several times actually when our average users just reached out to us on Twitter, for example, and pointed out some things that we needed to fix, and we fixed them literally almost the same day. There has been I'm sorry for getting carried away, but there has been a situation with Neo, the crypto Neo, and we listed it on Change Now about a month ago, and the community members reached out to us on Twitter and they said, you have Neo listed, but could you please list gas? And I talked to our product manager and he was like, yeah, sure, why not? And we got that implemented literally in minutes. I think he was ready in 15 minutes. And we were really happy to, spread the word around. And the community members were really stoked about that update.
Yeah, that's great. That makes a big difference, having good customer service and customer support and being responsive to the community is greatly appreciated, I'm sure, by everyone. Everyone has had experiences with websites where they contact them and they don't hear back, or there's no feedback, or there's no engagement. So that's really important for growth. And, it's great to hear that you guys take that very seriously and spend a lot of time and effort going through, I'm sure, hundreds of Zendesk tickets or whatever you're using to respond.
Yeah, we do use Zendesk. And actually, one more thing. You asked us about what funny or interesting cases we've handled through our support. And we've actually had some really interesting tickets which handled either new coin listings, which normally would go through our business development department, or there was a woman who couldn't see her XMRs come to her wallet, and she came to our support and she was speaking Russian, and we had to Google Translate everything, obviously. But the things she said were sort of really funny, and in the end, we actually were able to help her.
Yeah, I can see with funds and the delays, sometimes a lot of users probably get worried and concerned, and being able to have someone there to answer their questions and reassure them that everything's fine is probably pretty helpful. So it's a pleasure having you. My guest on the show today has been Pauline Shanget, the marketing manager and PR director at Change Now. Thanks for joining us today, and look forward to speaking to you soon.
Thank you for having me. It's been a really great pleasure to hang out with you and to share some info about our project and sort of let the community know what we have in store. I believe we'll talk soon. Bye-bye.
Thanks for listening to another episode of the Bounty Zero X podcast. Please remember to subscribe to our podcast below. Check out bountyzerox.io, the #1 bounty hunting platform where you can complete work and earn cryptocurrency. Please consult your professional financial investment and tax advisors before making any investment in initial coin offerings. Bounty Zero X does not provide investment or financial advice and does not endorse or recommend investment in any ICOs advertised on the Bounty Zero X podcast or website.